Okay, I propagate a system, an economic and a political system I call Afrocentrism, which I believe is the ideal system for Africa. Now, I want to talk about international organization. What they actually call international organizations, such as the IMF, World Bank, World Trade Organization, even the NATO that we have today, and others organizations, including United Nations, are actually tools used by other nations to control other nations. I don't know if you understand the English. What we assume to be international organizations are not actually international organizations. They are controlled by specific countries or block of countries. That's what it is. They are controlled by specific countries or block of countries. There is nothing international about ICC. Nothing international about it. So now, in our Afrocentric system of government, we have to decide which organization we belong to, and we have to strive to control what they call international organization, because it is only on that platform that your voice can only be heard. Yes, if you have no control over anything called international organization, you don't control IMF, you don't control, or the one you have, you don't control the United Nations, you don't control the World Bank, you don't control any of them. And the few you are able to build, for instance, the African Union, you make it a toothless bulldog, you have no power. It is through international organizations such as AU, a stronger AU, that Africa can be able to stand and withstand pressure from the external world. Let me tell you something. The development of Nigeria is not about Nigerian politicians. It's not about Nigeria. There are elements outside the country that determine the development of this country. There are elements outside this country that will hinder the development of this country. Even if you have a good leader that intend to develop this country, they must make sure that nothing happen here positively. So sometimes we blame our leaders, and I don't know, we don't read history. Those ones who struggle to develop the country were either assassinated or made politically irrelevant. Most of the first African leaders that experienced colonialism were assassinated. Why? Because they experienced this thing, they wanted to free themselves economically. When you talk of freedom, independent, I don't know how we see independent. Most of us will believe that independent is just about having a black man as the president, as governors in the state. No, that is not independent. Independent, there are what they call factors of independence. We have economic independence. Are you controlling your economy? Do you produce what you need to survive? Are you exporting finished product, technology, and knowledge, or you are exporting raw materials? Yes, for you to be economically independent, you export finished product, not raw material. You export knowledge. You are able to produce your military technology. That's what I call technological independence. You are able to build your weapon. That is technological independence. Then we now have the political independence, which is what we just have now. Yes, now you have what they call cultural independence. Very important. If you abandon your culture and adopt the culture of your colonizers, you are not independent. So for you to be truly an independent nation, you must be economically, technologically, culturally, and politically. So in Afrocentric system of government, we have to build a strong organization, starting from ECOWAS to African Union. At least we can control that. Make it very strong. Make it a kind of strong organization, stronger than the EU. It is in that block now that we can negotiate and build partnership with any other country that we feel the partnership will be of equal benefit. Not people that will come and decide what we do, how we do our things. No. So that's why I always tell people, for Africa to rise, Africa must stand as one, because there are forces that will keep it perpetually on its knee. And Afrocentrism will first work toward that. Now, if a few countries bring Russia and China as their partners, and others like to bring US as their partner, these people will look for a way to cause war. We must unite and make one set of people our partners and depend on them and work with them. We don't depend on anybody and work with them till we are able to grow and rely on ourselves. That's why I recommend Afrocentric system of government as the way forward for the black man, for Africa, and it is for the glory of the black man.